have to make appearances on Jimmy Kimmel and on Fallon and host Saturday Night Live and all that shit. And I don't want Braun Breaker on Kimmel. I'd rather have Rex Steiner on Kimmel because that sounds a little bit less stupid. You know, I feel weird. I'm a nearly 50-year-old fucking man on the internet talking about wrestling, talking about characters like Braun Breaker. I just sound dumb. I don't like it. You know, I just wish people could. I don't like Roman Reigns either. I think that's a stupid name. I think Lyra Valkyria is a stupid name. There's plenty of names that I don't like, but the reason I get so passionately mad about Breaker is because you can tell that this guy is going to be literally the next big thing. And now they've attached him to Paul Heyman, which is going to solidify it. I know not all Paul Heyman guys have worked out, the McGillicuddies and the Rybacks and whatnot. Braun Breaker is not those guys. He's not those guys. He is an absolute can't miss. He is going to be a megastar. So that's why his name bothers me so much, because we are stuck with it for the next 20 years, and there's nothing I can fucking do about it. However, if there was ever a time to rename him, you've got the perfect situation here. Paul Heyman can do it. We have decided that this man's family is too important to ignore. But the corporate management, intellectual property controlling assholes that run this place wanted to change your name, even though that's not the truth. He could say that. But we don't like that, and I hereby am renaming you Rex Steiner. Now he's Rex Steiner, and Paul Heyman can be the one to do it. It's not too late. They made Walter Gunther right in the middle of his fucking title run, and it was fine. So you can do this. You can accomplish it. It's not too late. But I know I'm dreaming. It's not going to happen. But at least if WWE ever came to their senses backstage and realized that name is dumb as shit, they could say, hey, we could just have Heyman come out and do something. And cut one of his Heyman promos talking about his history with the stuff with Braun Breaker's family, and how he knows that family and respects that family and thinks it's an insult that he's not using that name, and make this whole thing about it, and then just right there recrown him as Rex Steiner or whatever Steiner, Greg Steiner. I don't care what his first name is at all. Steiner, make his last name Steiner and just make him a regular fucking person instead of Braun Breaker with 2 Ks. That's some shit I would expect to read in a comic book when I'm 6, you know? So the Braun Breaker name is fucking horrible. So at some point, Braun Breaker is going to be the man. You can see this. He's too good. He's got too much presence to him. Like I said, he's a lot like Jacob Fatu. And there's going to be no way to prevent him overtaking Seth Rollins. So when I saw some of the debates on Twitter, oh man, this is going to have to run a couple of years. You can't stop something this good. Well, first of all, it's a week old. How do you know it's that good? And it might be good on the surface, but you don't know what the shelf life is like. And plus, I think a lot of the booking when it comes to stories like this needs to be done based on how the angle or faction or whatever is doing, how it's succeeding, if it's generating interest, intrigue, ratings, that type of stuff. And if the story is good, then extend it. But otherwise, I don't see how you can run something like this for any longer than a year. How can Braun Breaker play second fiddle to Rollins for longer than a year? He's going to be using this time to learn from the visionary, from the wise man, soak in as much as he can. But I saw a lot of fans saying, oh, this has got to go multiple years because the Bloodline did. That's their own. Well, the Bloodline did, or Judgment Day was like a couple of years. Yeah, but this isn't going to be that. Just because you saw those 2 factions dominate a good chunk of time doesn't mean this goes down to 2. It's not WWE's in-house formula now that we're just going to have any faction that we create with big stars is going to have to go minimum of 2 years. That would be stupid to do that. We're kind of seeing that in AEW, where Tony Khan obviously has an end game that really wants an absolute end, but not for the champion in front of the battle of the champions and big time that are super quick or super over, they're on reaching to another. The Tony's not changing his plan. He's going to see this thing through. So we don't want that. We don't want WWE just to start making these rules up and say, hey, every faction is going to be a minimum of 2 years. What if it sucks? Or what if something happens, like you see the rise of somebody like Braun Breaker? You can't tread water. You can't put a ceiling on that rise for too long, or you risk stepping down for good. So the fact WrestleMania 42, we're going to get one of two matches. Seth Rollins defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Braun Breaker, or Seth Rollins defending against Sami Zayn. Or we get a triple threat. We love those triple threats, right?
I'm Oled. I'll tell you anything you want to know. Look me up if you ever need some help. Here's a tip to get you started. Use spin jump to reach higher ground.
I feel that if the plan is to belt Sami or Breaker at WrestleMania 42, then it's gotta be really right. So, which match is it gonna be next to the 42? Seth Rollins versus Breaker or Seth Rollins